You wake up on a Monday, look in the mirror, and decide that today is the day you take total command of your life. You have a schedule, a mindset, and the sheer willpower to bend the universe to your exact specifications. Then your car breaks down, your boss yells for someone else's mistake, and your flight gets canceled. The universe doesn't care about your schedule. When this happens, our modern instinct is to adopt lowercase stoicism. We grit our teeth, bottle up the frustration, and paste on a fake smile, believing that if we suppress our feelings hard enough, we can maintain the appearance of control. But the human mind isn't a trash compactor. Shoving all that anxiety into a dark corner just builds immense psychological pressure, until a minor inconvenience, like a spilled cup of coffee, triggers a catastrophic meltdown. Trying to overpower reality through emotional suppression is a guaranteed recipe for burnout. To actually fix this, we need to go back 2,000 years to ancient Athens, to the painted porch known as the Stoa Poiklei. The philosophers who gathered here recognized that humans spend almost all their finite energy trying to manipulate variables they have zero authority over, the unpredictable weather, the global economy, or the moods of other people. These thinkers realized that solving the misery of the human condition requires a completely new internal operating system, rather than a better plan for fixing the world. Epictetus's dichotomy of control sorts reality into two buckets. On the left are externals, reputation, property, and delays. Fighting these wastes energy. On the right are internals, things you actually own, like opinions, desires, and actions. This is your entire jurisdiction. By strictly prioritizing the right side, the exhausting struggle against the universe transforms into a manageable focus on your own reactions. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius developed this into the inner citadel. He realized that external events cannot reach the human soul or mind. They stop at the walls. When a coworker insults you or a business deal falls through, the event itself is neutral data. The universe is just rearranging atoms. Pain starts when neutral data enters your mind and receives assent. You instinctively stamp facts with a red warning label reading catastrophe. Stoic practice intercepts this reflex. You pause, examine the data, and strip the label away, refusing to classify it as a tragedy. True vulnerability is the story we choose to tell ourselves about what happened, not the event itself. Stoics use premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils, to protect the mind from daily friction. Every morning, you visualize the specific difficulties you will encounter. You remind yourself that today you will meet people who are meddling, selfish, and ungrateful. By mapping out human nature in advance, you eliminate the element of surprise. When someone acts badly, it validates your preparation, rather than causing emotional shock. You pair this with the reserve clause, attaching a mental caveat to every plan you make, acknowledging that the universe has the ultimate veto power over your day. Think of an ancient archer. You have total control over the tension of the bow and the steadiness of your breath. But the moment the arrow leaves your fingers, a gust of wind can blow it completely off course. Expecting difficulty makes a Stoic unshakable. They measure success by the quality of their aim, not by what the wind does to the arrow. Let's return to that same chaotic Monday morning, but this time with the new operating system. Your car breaks down and your flight gets canceled. You immediately identify these disasters as externals. They demand your attention, but they do not require an emotional reaction. You stay engaged in the situation using the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom to see the facts, courage to face the delay, justice in your treatment of others, and temperance to maintain your composure. The car is still broken. The flight is still canceled. The Stoic method neutralizes the world's ability to inflict suffering, even when the world remains broken. Stoics are extreme realists who practice amor fati, actively embracing everything life delivers. They view uncontrollable events as necessary friction required to build character. This focus on practical results is so intense that Stoics frequently borrowed wisdom from their rivals, like the Epicurean idea of finding honor in cheerful poverty. True power comes from abandoning the exhausting illusion of universal control to achieve absolute mastery over yourself.